Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into Darrell Bean Stadium here on the campus of Earlham College. We are bringing you today's matchup of women's lacrosse between the visiting Muskingum Fighting Musketeers and your home Earlham College Quakers. We're about 10 minutes away from game time. I'm Gerardo Byrne bringing you today's pregame brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear. Like I said, we're about 10 minutes away from game time. We're going to take one quick break. When we come back, we'll go over the first few games for each team coming into today's matchup. We'll give you the starters, and we'll be ready to have opening play here for you at Darrell Bean Stadium on RadioTroyBroadcast.com.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
So we're going to go over the scouting report for the Fighting Musketeers. Musketeers come in with an overall record of 1-1. They won their last game against Bethany by a score of 15-3. And you take a look at some of the statistics coming in the first couple of games. They have a total of 22 goals with 4 assists on 59 shots. They're averaging about 30 shots a game. Their shooting percentage at 37%. 45 shots on goal with a 76% shot on goal. They're 5 of 21 on free position goal shots. They have a total of 55 ground balls and 31 draw controls with an average of 15.5 draw controls per game. Now we'll jump over to the Earlham Quakers women's lacrosse. They also come in with an overall record of 1-1, having winning their last game a week ago against Alma College by a score of 9-3. We'll give you some of the statistics as well, but first we'll start off with last week. Attacker and also midfielder Claudette Roskamp won HCLC Player of the Week for her first 2 games of the season. She totaled 11 goals in the first week, and that is vaulting to the top of the leaderboard among HCLC goal leaders. She scored all 5 goals for the Quakers in Earlham's season opening loss, 15-5 at DePaul, and also in the game against DePaul, she was credited with 11 draw controls and 1 ground ball. Roskamp followed up with 6 goals in Earlham's 9-3 road win over Alma College this past Saturday, and also had 5 ground balls and 5 draw controls. Now we'll go over to the overall team stats for the first 2 games of the season. They totaled 14 goals with 2 assists. They're getting 38 shots, averaging about 19 shots a game with a shooting percentage of 36.8. They come in with 31 shots on goal with the 81.6 shot on goal percentage. They're 5 of 6 on free position goal shots with a free position percentage of 83.3. They have a total of 56 ground balls, 28 draw controls, averaging 14 draw controls per game, and a total of 70 turnovers while causing 22 turnovers themselves. So that is the opening statistics for each team. We are going to take one more time out. When we come back, we are going to have the starting lineups here for you at RadioTroyBroadcasting.com.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with the most comprehensive auto repair services that include general services, car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. Their goal is simple: to offer the best services available at affordable prices to get you back on the road in no time. For a high-performance vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, give them a call at 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in. carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Welcome back to Darrell Bean Stadium. We are going to give you the starting lineups for each team, starting with the Fighting Musketeers. Now, 3 players did not make the trip today for the Musketeers. Peyton Phillips, Paige Stringfellow, and also Raya Johnson. Those 3 did not make the trip with the Musketeers for reasons that are unknown to us. So that leaves 12 players for the Musketeers, so they will not have any substitutions for the game today. But starting at goalie will be number 24, Shelby O'Donnell. And also rounding out the rest of the starters, number 2, Sarah Woods as an attacker. Number 7, Aaron McConnell as a midfielder. Number 9, Danny Chris, a midfielder, along with number 10, J.C. Clifton. And that will round out the 3 midfielders for the Musketeers. Also starting will be Alexa Rose, number 14. Number 16, Paige Hannum. Number 20, Alana Butler. Number 21, Mackenzie Fuller. Number 22, Alyssa Truba. Number 25, Carly Spitz. And number 32, Olivia Lang. And that will be the 12 starters for the Fighting Musketeers. Now let's go over to the starters for the Earlham Quakers. Number 7, Serena Pisacano will start it off for the Quakers. Number 8, Claudette Roskamp. Number 9, Krista Kirk. Number 10, Jonette Williams. Number 11, Maya Claggett. Number 13, Maya Nicholson. Number 15, Becca Belcher. Number 18, Emma Lady. Number 21, Micah Nicholson. Number 23, Hannah Habor. Number 25, Yusra Manar. And the goalie for the Earlham Quakers will be number 28, Jordan Blackburn. And those are your starters for your Earlham Quakers, head coached by Lindsay Grunfast in her second season as head coach for our Earlham Quakers. The Fighting Musketeers are head coached by Taylor Graff. And those are your starters for the Musketeers and the Quakers. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, we will have opening play for you here at RadioTroyBroadcast.com.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Greatest thing ever happened for Oscar Robertson. You learn to compete.
Basketball in Indiana has a special legacy. It starts with the coaches, develops with the fans and ends with an amazing community support.
I think one of these days when you're done and you're retired and you kind of shelve that piece of your life, you can look back and be like, wow, that's really incredible.
To play in a state tournament, to be able to play in college, to be able to coach high school girls, and then to be able to see my son coach, basketball has been my life.
Any opportunity I got to play basketball, I played it. You know, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I love doing, and still today I love the game.
And every time Dad put me in, I think as a freshman, sophomore, there was booing. And then the exciting turnaround that when I was a junior and senior, every time he took me out, he got booed. So those were fun times.
Basketball got me an education. Got me to be a worldly person as far as reading articles. Got me to be artistic and understand the cultures of the world, the ballet, the opera. It just opened up your whole mind and thoughts about things other than what you can reach out and touch.
Because I never dreamed of going to college, and basketball gave me the opportunity to not only go to college but play professional ball, and I've been around it my whole life. I'm 58 now, and I've been involved for a lot of years.
Where else can you walk around? I'm a 65-year-old man, and people say, George, oh, I remember you in '69 with your high school state championship team. I saw you at Butler. I mean, it's incredible. This is the only place here in Indiana that happens.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Welcome back to Darrell Bean Stadium as we are set to get the game underway between the Quakers and the Fighting Musketeers. Starters have been announced and both teams are taking the field. We will start at midfield for the first draw control of the game. And we will see who will be at the center for the draw controls. It looks like for the Quakers, it'll be Maya Nicholson. And for the Musketeers, it will be number 25, Carly Spitz. Outside of the draw control circle, we have Claudette Roskamp and Emma Lady for the Quakers, along with number 21, Mackenzie Fuller, and number 20, Alana Butler for the Fighting Musketeers. And as we get play underway, the first possession will go to the Quakers. Roskamp will pass it up ahead to number 9, Krista Kirk. Maya Nicholson approaching the 12 meters. And Claudette Roskamp, very dangerous in the attacking zone. They scored 11 goals in the first 2 games of the season for the Quakers. Emma Lady is now in the 8. Passes it off to Becca Belcher. Belcher approaching the crease, and a near turnover by the Quakers as Krista Kirk is able to come up with possession. The possession clock right now is at 45 seconds. The pass inside to Claudette Roskamp. Her first shot is good. And she gets the first goal of the game for the Quakers. Roskamp was able to put a great move on her defender and able to get the first goal of the game. And the Quakers lead it 1-0 with 29:09 remaining in the first half. Back at the draw control will be Maya Nicholson and Carly Spitz. As the ref puts the ball in position. And the draw control will be won by the Fighting Musketeers as they get their first possession of today's matchup. Right now, number 21, Mackenzie Fuller, trying to get by Maya Claggett, but she's doing a very good job of one-on-one defensive pressure. The Fighting Musketeers now inside the 8-meter. Yusra Manar is trying to stay in front of her attacker. And a turnover by the Musketeers as Maya Claggett comes up with possession. Now she's in offensive transition, approaching the 40-yard line. Ball is on the ground, and possession now back with the Fighting Musketeers. Ball on the ground once again, and it looks like we have a whistle for our first foul of the game. Possession will stay with the Fighting Musketeers, and play will resume. So a turnover on that last possession by the Quakers. And a great steal from number 7, Serena Pisacano. She's now approaching the 12-meter. And will pass it back to her teammate, Maya Nicholson. Nicholson inside the 8-meter. Gets through the defenders, and her shot is good for another goal for the Quakers. Quakers now leading it 2-0 with 27:45 remaining in the first half. That was a great offensive transition by the Quakers. The steal by Pisacano and finds Maya Nicholson in running stride. Nicholson able to split the two defenders for the Fighting Musketeers and able to get a clear shot at their goal and took advantage of it and puts the Quakers up 2-0. Maya Nicholson, Carly Spitz back at the center for the draw control. And a draw control violation against the Quakers, so possession will be for the Musketeers. Spitz with possession. Great defense by Roskamp. The help defense from Pisacano, but Spitz is able to pass the ball off to Fuller. Maya Claggett putting a lot of defensive pressure on Fuller. Fuller inside the 8. Ball is on the ground, stolen by the Quakers. Claggett comes up with the steal and the pass off to Maya Nicholson. Nicholson running down the sideline, loses possession of the ball, and it goes out of bounds, so a turnover by the Quakers. Fighting Musketeers will have possession. The pass up ahead over the head of Sarah Wood sails out of bounds. Ball is on the ground. Quakers have possession. Up 2-0 on the Fighting Muskies. Maya Nicholson up ahead to Pisacano, entering the 8. Pisacano now running around the crease. And spin shot blocked by the goalie O'Donnell. And the Muskies have possession. The throw up ahead to number 2, Sarah Woods. Krista Kirk is able to draw the ball out of the stick of Woods. And a turnover by the Muskies. Krista Kirk now in transition, approaching the 12-meter. And Pisacano, just outside of the 12-meter attack zone for the Quakers, will pass it off to number 15, Becca Belcher. Belcher on the attack. The help defense from number 7, Aaron McConnell. Piscicano in front of the goal. She gets the shot off, and she scores for the Quakers. So the Quakers now up 3-0 with 25-14 remaining in the first half. So that last goal for Serena Piscicano as she gets her first goal of the game. So Piscicano, Man Nicholson, and also Claudette Roskamp have each scored for the Quakers, and there is a timeout called on the field, and we're going to take a timeout up here. Quakers leading it 3-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back in just a moment.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
Welcome back to Darrell Bean Stadium here on the campus of Earlham College. 25-14 remaining in the first half. The Quakers leading the Fighting Muskies 3-0. Number 25 for the Muskies, Carly Spitz, back for the draw control. The Quakers now have Claudette Roskamp for the draw control. And the official sets the ball in place. And the possession will be won by the Fighting Muskies. Ball is on the ground, and Claudette Roskamp comes up with it. Roskamp at the 20, approaching the 12-meter. The pass off to number 18, Emma Lady. Emma Lady is senior from Richmond. Emma Lady off the stick of number 26, Molly Lyon. And it will go out of bounds. Turnover by the Quakers. Possession Fighting Muskies. The Fighting Muskies are in their own 8. Ball is on the ground, picked up by number 22, Alyssa Truba. Ball sails out of bounds, and the official says possession going to the Quakers. Emma Lady at the 20, approaching the 12-meter attack zone. Lady gets by her defender. Approaching the crease. Trying to pass it off to Krista Kirk, but it was deflected. She is able to get possession back. Ball is on the ground, and it is picked up by number 3, Remy Haggerty for the Quakers. And Milady over to Claudette Roskamp at the top of the 12 meters. She gets by her defender, and the shot is good for Roskamp's second goal of today's matchup. She extends the Quakers' lead 4-0 with 23:30 remaining in the first half. Claudette Roskamp's second goal of the game. Carly Spitz back at the draw control for the Muskies. And Claudette Roskamp will have the draw control for the Quakers. Maya Claggett along with Emma Lady are outside the draw control circle. The referee puts the ball in position. And the draw control is won by the Quakers. Claudette Roskamp wins the control. The pass over the head of Emma Lady and scooped up by number 7, Erin McDonald, for the Fighting Muskies as she draws the double team. Foul called on the play against the Quakers. Fighting Muskies now start off with possession. Pass over the head, but recovered by Paige Hannum. Crossing the 40, Sarah Woods trying to get by Roskamp, but Roskamp drives her to the sideline and out of bounds, and the possession going back to the Quakers, so turnover by the Fighting Muskies. Great defense by Roskamp as she drove Sarah Woods out of bounds. Roskamp getting by the midfielders of the Fighting Muskies. The pass up ahead to Belcher as she will back it out. Entering the 8, splits the double team, and her shot is good for the goal. And Becca Belcher puts the Quakers up 5-0. She was able to split the double team by the Fighting Muskies and have a clear shot on goal. And now the Quakers have extended their lead 5-0 with 22:17 remaining in the first half. The Quakers are on a roll offensively. So Quakers, 5 goals in 7.5 minutes. Roskamp and Spitz for the draw control. The official puts the ball, and the draw control will be won by Spitz. The pass up ahead to J.C. Clifton, entering the 8-meter, and a whistle blown as it looks like there is a foul called against the Quakers. And since it was inside the 8-meter tax zone, it will set up a free position shot for the Fighting Muskies. So a free position shot for the Fighting Muskies. J.C. Clifton with the ball. She will take a shot and saved by Jordan Blackburn, and the clear out for the Quakers. She will launch it to Krista Kirk at the 40. Krista Kirk is trying to get by her defender. She enters the 8-meter attack zone. Kirk still with the ball is able to beat her defender. And a whistle blown. Foul called. It looks like against the Fighting Muskies, so that will set up a free position shot for the Quakers. Krista Kirk will have the free position shot. Krista Kirk with the shot, and it gets in the goal for goal number 6. So the free position shot effective for the Quakers. That is 6 out of 7 for the season so far. And with 21:01 remaining in the first half, the Quakers have extended their lead to 6. Now, folks, remember, if the Quakers get to 10, if they lead by 10, it will be a running clock for the rest of the game or until the Fighting Muskies can get the lead under 10. Spitz and Roskamp at the draw control. "90-second possession clock. And the draw control will be ball still on the ground. J.C. Clifton picks it up. Draw control won by the Fighting Muskies. Sarah Woods over to Mackenzie Fuller. The Muskies just outside the 12-meter. Clifton off of the pick from Fuller. The pass in as number 10, Jonette Williams, tried to draw a charge call, but the possession now for the Quakers. The pass up ahead over the head of Belcher. Ball on the ground. Possession still being fought for as Serena Piscicano comes away with possession for the Quakers. Piscicano trying to get by Fuller as Fuller is driving her down the sideline. The pass to Haggerty. Haggerty at the 30. Approaching the 12-meter. Haggerty inside the 8-meter. The pass to Claudette Roskamp. Her shot gets in the net for goal number 7. That is the third goal for Claudette Roskamp. 19:37 remaining in the first half. Quakers leading it by 7. So the Quakers now leading by 7. A substitution for the Quakers as number 13, Maya Nicholson, will check back in for Claudette Roskamp. So Maya Nicholson back at the draw control for the Quakers. Carly Spitz still in there for the Fighting Muskies. Claudette Roskamp will take a breather for a few minutes. The draw control is won by the Quakers. Serena Piscicano picks up possession. The ball is now on the ground, but Piscicano able to get it back. The pass up ahead to Maya Nicholson. Nicholson inside the 8-meter attack zone. The pass to number 23, Hannah Haybor. She's not able to get the shot inside the net. Possession now for the Fighting Muskies as Carly Spitz just past the 50-yard line. The Quakers double team her, trying to draw her out of bounds, but she's able to spin away from it and passes it off to Fuller. Fuller now at the 20. J.C. Clifton just outside the 12-meter attack zone. Over to Fuller. And ball on the ground. A whistle blown. It looks like a foul call now. We will see if they call that in or outside of the attack zone. Foul will go against number 10, Jonette Williams. And it looks like the foul was called outside of the attack zone. Clifton, her shot is in for the goal. So J.C. Clifton gets the Fighting Muskies on the board and cuts the Quaker lead to 6. So J.C. Clifton gets the goal for the Fighting Muskies. And now the Quakers lead it 7-1. Carly Spitz going back to the draw control for the Fighting Muskies, and Maya Nicholson at the draw control for the Quakers. And the draw control will be won by the Quakers. And it looks like a whistle blown. Call will go against the Quakers. And the possession going to the Fighting Muskies. Fuller is trying to get by Krista Kirk. Fuller, as the ball ends up with Jonette Williams, turnover by the Fighting Muskies. Williams, the pass up ahead to Kirk. The Quakers in offensive transition, approaching the 12-meter attack zone. Krista Kirk over to Maya Nicholson. Serena Piscicano at the 20-yard line. as the Quakers set up their offensive attack. Molly Lyon approaching the crease. Out to Maya Nicholson, over to Emma Lady. Emma Lady now in the 8-meter attack zone. The dump off to Krista Kirk, and her shot is good. And the Quakers strike back to increase their lead back up to 7. The goal from Krista Kirk off the assist from Emma Lady. Emma Lady drew the help defense, but the slide was not in time for Krista Kirk as she was able to get in front of her defender. Clear shot on goal and made the Fighting Muskies pay for it. And the Quakers now up 8-1 with 17:07 remaining in the first half. Man Nicholson, Carly Spitz for the draw control. And the draw control won by the Fighting Muskies. J.C. Clifton up ahead to Spitz. The pass off to Sarah Woods outside the 12-meter, cut off by number 21, Micah Nicholson. Sarah Woods still with the ball right behind Blackburn, just outside the crease. Spitz tries to find a cutting attacker. Spitz still with possession, draws the double team. And it looks like a whistle blown, foul called against the Quakers. Free position shot for Carly Spitz. As it looks like it's a shooting space foul against the Quakers. The shot from Carly Spitz is no good, and it rolls out of bounds, and it did not touch any of the Quakers, so Quaker possession. Yusra Manar trying to get by number 9, Danny Crisp. Fighting Muskies with possession. Ball goes over the head of J.C. Clifton. Ball still on the ground. And it was picked up by the Fighting Muskies, but possession lost. Ball still on the ground as both teams are fighting for it, but Serena Pisacano comes up with possession and a pushing call on number 22, Alyssa Truba. Emma Lady crossing the 30. Emma Lady trying to get by her defender. Inside the 8-meter attack zone, draws the help from number 22, Alyssa Truba. Emma Lady just outside the crease. Is able to get by her defender outside the crease. She takes the shot, and it is good! As Emma Lady increases the Quaker lead 9-1, as she was able to slip by her defender. So the Quakers now up 9-1 with 15 minutes remaining in the first half. Hey, Kevin. Who's 23 for them? For them or us? Them. I'm not seeing 23 on this roster. Look right next to Krista Kirk. It says number 23. Am I wrong? On the 30. Her number says 23. Am I wrong? The draw control from Man Nicholson and Carly Spitz won by the Quakers. Emma Lady now with the ball. Emma Lady, the pass off to Hannah Haybor inside the 8-meter attack zone. Haybor over to Pisacano. Pisacano around the crease. Off to Krista Kirk. Krista Kirk with the shot and with the goal. And the Quakers now up 10-1. 14:29 remaining in the first half. The Quakers now up by 9.
What up? It's Olivia Lang. They switched 32 and 23.
Okay.
Oh, right there, so it should be 23.
Okay. Thank you. And a timeout called on the field with 14:29 remaining in the first half. The Quakers leading it 10-1 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
It's like almost worse when they score more. Like the guys.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Hey, this is Steve at Jiffy Lube. The other day a cashier said to me, if you're happy with the service here, there's a site you can take a survey on. Kind of laughed and said, what if I'm not happy? To which she replied, well then you can just forego the survey. I thought, well that's kind of the equivalent of if you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything at all. What if we all adopted that? Jiffy Lube, take the survey, but if you can't say anything nice, just don't say anything at all.
Hey, this is Steve Funkhauser at Jiffy Lube. Come on out and see us. We're ready to serve.
Welcome back to Darrell Bean Stadium with 14:29 remaining in the first half. Quakers leading at 10-1. If they get one more goal and put them up by 10, we will have running clock either for the rest of the game or until the Fighting Muskies can get the lead under 10. That is a rule here for women's lacrosse. After the last goal, Krista Kirk now with 3. Claudette Roskamp also has 3 goals today as well. Maya Nicholson back for the draw control for the Quakers. Claudette Roskamp will check in for Remy Haggerty. So Carly Spitz, Maya Nicholson for the draw control. And the draw control will be won. Ball still on the ground, but possession going to the Quakers. Draw control run by the Quakers. Serena Pisacano inside the 8-meter attack zone. Right alongside the crease. The pass to Emma Lady. Ball on the ground. And recovered by the Muskies. And a whistle blown. Foul called against the Quakers. And possession Fighting Muskies as J.C. Clifton is able to get by Haybor. Splits the double team of Roskamp. J.C. Clifton now past the 30. Outside the 12-meter attack zone. Mackenzie Fuller will pass it over to Clifton. Clifton over to Sarah Woods. Sarah Woods being checked by Jonette Williams. Williams trying to drive her out of the tack zone and back over to J.C. Clifton. Clifton the pass over to number 9, Danny Crisp, but the shot no good, goes out of bounds. And the possession will stay with the Muskies. 31 seconds on the possession clock. Carly Spitz being defended by Becca Belcher. J.C. Clifton inside the 8, being checked by Micah Nicholson. Able to get by her, and her shot saved by Jordan Blackburn. Nice save to clear out over to Krista Kirk. Now the pass off to Maya Nicholson. Maya Nicholson inside the 8. And she tries to pass it over to number 12, Maddie Gullion. But it goes out of bounds, and that results in a turnover by the Quakers. Fighting Muskies possession inside their own attack zone. Fighting Muskies. Over to J.C. Clifton at the 30 on their side of the field. J.C. Clifton now over to Carly Spitz. Spitz being guarded by Jonette Williams. Now inside the 8-meter. Being pushed behind the goal, right outside the crease. Spitz still with possession. Being pushed out by Jonette Williams. Over to J.C. Clifton. Being guarded by Becca Belcher. Claudette Roskamp in the help defense. Fighting Muskies just outside the 12-meter. Carly Spitz with the ball. Being checked by Jonette Williams. 18 on the possession clock. Danny Crisp. Over to J.C. Clifton. 7 seconds on the possession clock. Sarah Woods trying to get by Pisacano. She will take the shot, and it hits outside of the net and picked up by Jordan Blackburn. And the clear out over to Maya Nicholson. Maya Nicholson approaching the 50. The pass over to Krista Kirk. Krista Kirk drops the ball and picked up by the Fighting Muskies. And a whistle blown foul call. Looks like it will go against Maya Nicholson. Fighting Muskies at their own 20. J.C. Clifton is drawing the double team from Haybor and Pisacano, but she's able to beat it. Clifton has been doing an excellent job of getting down to the attack zone. The Fighting Muskies just haven't been able to capitalize when they get down there. As Fuller is just outside of the 12. J.C. Clifton now back with possession. The pass. Clifton over to Fuller. Fuller in the attack zone. The help defense from Pisacano. Carly Spitz being pushed out by Jonette Williams. She hits her with the spin move. But great defense by Jonette Williams. 20 seconds on the possession clock for the Fighting Muskies. And the shot from Spitz no good as it bounces off the outside part of the net. She is able to get it back. Possession at 12 seconds. Spitz draws the double team, loses the ball, turnover by the Fighting Muskies. Claudette Roskamp came up with it. Now in offensive transition, the Earlham Quakers up ahead to Hannah Haybor. Inside the 8-meter, Haybor will back it out. Inside the 12, Haybor will pass it over to Roskamp. 8:13 remaining in the first half. Maya Nicholson over to Emma Lady. Remy Haggerty over to Krista Kirk. Quakers passing it around, setting up their attack, finding the right time to go. As Maya Nicholson on the drive draws the help defense out to Hannah Haybor. The cut from Krista Kirk, the pass is not able to get there. Haybor still with it. And she will pass it over to Emma Lady with 25 seconds on the possession clock. The dump off to Remy Haggerty. Haggerty outside the crease. As she loses possession, ball on the ground, picked up by Maya Nicholson. And a whistle blown as it looks like she was hit in the head by a stick. And a free position shot coming up for Maya Nicholson and the Quakers. As it looks like number 23, Olivia Lang, drew a yellow card. So she will be out for 2 minutes. So the Quakers are in a man-up situation right now, and the Fighting Muskies are in a man-down situation. So Maya Nicholson with the free position shot. And number 23, Olivia Lang, out 2 minutes because of a yellow card. And because it was a yellow card, possession clock resets. Maya Nicholson not able to convert the shot. Ball still on the ground, picked up by Serena Pisacano. And the pass over the head of Emmy Haggerty, but right to Krista Kirk. She'll take the shot, and she will score. So that goal from Krista Kirk is her 4th goal of the game, puts the Quakers up 10. And with 6:55 remaining in the first half, Quakers leading it by 10, which means now for the rest of the first half, it will be a running clock. It will also be a running clock to start the second half if the Fighting Muskies do not get the lead under 10. Yes. Claudette Roskamp will come out of the game, take a quick breather. So Maya Nicholson, Carly Spitz at the draw control. And the draw control will be won by Boston on the ground, picked up. Actually, a whistle blown, foul called on the play against the Muskies, so possession going to the Quakers. Maya Nicholson will pass it up ahead to Krista Kirk. Krista Kirk inside the 8-meter. And her shot is good. And Krista Kirk gets another goal for the Quakers to increase their lead 12-1. That is Krista Kirk's 5th goal of the game. And 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Quakers leading it by 11. And at the conclusion of this game, the Quakers will be back here at Darrell Bean Stadium this Tuesday when they take on Trine. Maya Nicholson, Carly Spitz for the draw control. And the draw control is won by the Quakers. Ball now back on the ground. And it will be picked up by Mackenzie Fuller. Fuller running down the sideline. Whistle blown, foul called against number 7, Serena Pisacano. J.C. Clifton now outside of the 12-meter for Muskingum. Over to Danny Crisp. And a whistle blown on the play as the Quakers had too many people for defenders is what I believe, but I'm not sure what the whistle blown on that play was. The possession clock does reset for the Fighting Muskies. J.C. Clifton now inside the 8-meter will back out. The pass over to Spitz. Being checked by Yusra Manar. Carly Spitz able to get by her, and her shot is no good. Saved by Jordan Blackburn. And the clear out for the Quakers. Blackburn passes it over to Remy Haggerty. Ball's on the ground. And ball still on the ground. A battle for possession. As possession is picked up by the Quakers. Micah Nicholson not able to retain it. Mackenzie Fuller now with possession for the Fighting Muskies. And the pass over to Danny Crisp, and she gets the goal for the Fighting Muskies. So the Muskies back on the board for their second goal of the game. The goal by Danny Crisp. And the lead cut to 10 as the Quakers lead it 12-2. Did anybody see who passed her that ball? Thank you. And the assist for that goal will go to number 10, J.C. Clifton. So the Quakers leading it 12-2. Previous goal for the Muskies from Danny Crisp off the assist from J.C. Clifton. And Maya Nicholson and Carly Spitz at the draw control for their respective teams. And we're at approaching 2:15 remaining in the first half. Normally it is a 10-minute halftime intermission, but today they're going to move it up to 15 minutes for halftime intermission. As Haggerty's able to scoop up the ball at the 30. Haggerty now approaching the 12-meter. The pass over to Pisacano. Pisacano right behind the goal. And the pass over the head of Hannah Haybor as she tries to run it down from going out of bounds. Not able to, turn over by the Quakers. Mackenzie Fuller trying to go down the sideline, being pushed out of bounds by Roskamp, but a foul called against the Quakers. So Fighting Muskies maintaining possession. Ball on the ground, picked up by the Muskies, out of bounds, and possession now for the Quakers. We're at 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Emma Lady weaving her way through defenders will back it out. Emma Lady still with the ball. And a whistle blown as it looks like a foul called against the Muskies. So that will set up a free position shot for Emma Lady. Emma Lady with the free position shot, and it is saved by the goalkeeper Shelby O'Donnell. And the clear out for the Muskies with 8 seconds remaining in the first half. 3, 2, 1. And that is going to end the first half here at Darrell Bean Stadium with the Quakers leading it 12-2. Again, normally the halftime intermission is 10 minutes, but they're going to move it to 15 today. So 15 minutes on the clock for halftime intermission. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go over the first half stats with you here at Radio Troy Broadcasting. The Quakers leading it 12-2 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, and we'll be right back in just a moment.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Greatest thing ever happened for Oscar Robertson. You learn to compete.
Basketball in Indiana has a special legacy. It starts with the coaches, develops with the fans, and ends with an amazing community support.
I think one of these days when you're done and you're retired and you kind of shelve that piece of your life, you can look back and be like, wow, that's really incredible.
To play in a state tournament, to be able to play in college, to be able to coach high school girls, and then to be able to see my son coach, basketball has been my life.
Any opportunity I got to play basketball, I played it. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I love doing, and still today I love the game.
And every time Dad put me in, I think as a freshman, sophomore, there was booing. And then the exciting turnaround when I was a junior and senior, every time he took me out, he got booed. So those were fun times.
Basketball got me an education. Got me to be a worldly person as far as reading articles. Got me to be artistic and understand the cultures of the world, the ballet, the opera. It just opened up your whole mind and thoughts about things other than what you can reach out and touch.
Because I never dreamed of going to college, and basketball gave me the opportunity to not only go to college, but play professional ball, and I've been around it my whole life. I'm 58 now, and I've been involved for a lot of years.
Where else can you walk around? I'm a 65-year-old man, and people say, George, oh, I remember you in '69 with your high school state championship team. I saw you at Butler. I mean, it's incredible. This is the only place here in Indiana that happens.
Welcome back to Darrell Bean Stadium. Actually, they're going to do 10 minutes for the second half, so we're about 6.5 minutes away from the start of the second half. Before the game, it was agreed upon to do 15 minutes, but they changed their minds and decided to do 10. So, again, about 6.5 minutes remaining before the start of the second half. We're going to go over the first half stats with you here, checking out for the Muskingum Fighting Muskies. They have 8 total shots, 5 shots on goal, 0 of 2 on free position shots, 3 total saves, 6 draw controls, 8 ground balls, 13 turnovers, and 0 caused turnovers. For the Quakers, they have 16 shots, 15 shots on goal. They're 1 of 3 on free position shots, 3 total saves, 9 draw controls, 11 ground balls, 11 turnovers, and 6 caused turnovers. And that is your first half stats as for team totals. Let's go over to the individuals. Thank you. For the Fighting Musketeers, the 2 goals, Fighting Muskies, the 2 goals are scored by Danny Crisp and J.C. Clifton. And going over to the Quakers, Krista Kirk leads the way with 5 goals. Claudette Roskamp right behind her with 3. Serena Piscicano with 1. Maya Nicholson, Becca Belcher, and Emma Lady all with 1 as well. So that is your first half stats. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we will have the start of the second half for you here at RadioTroyBroadcasting.com.
After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Think about the moments in your life, moments you might miss if you become ill. People often ignore their own health, even when their body is telling them something isn't right. Routine health screenings could be the difference between catching it early when it's more treatable or waiting until it's too late. Make time to have an annual wellness visit. Keep up with routine screenings so you don't miss out on any of your moments. Reed Health's team of experts can keep you in control of your health, making sure you stay right where you belong. Reed Health, right beside you.
Looking to kickstart your fundraiser? Take your fundraising efforts to the next level with expert support from Suds Fundraising and get access to a fundraising kit full of quality products people can't wait to get their hands on, a dedicated web store to reach your online audience, a digital marketing kit that allows you to convert leads easily, and so much more. Let us help you reach your fundraising goals on time. Visit sudsfundraising.com to get started today.
Today's game brought to you in part by Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads every day. They serve great food priced for family budgets. Mancino's Italian bread and pizza dough are made from scratch every day, and the baking process may take a little more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1166 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
No, yeah, they changed it to 10. Oh, okay. Yeah, they want to get up out of here.
I wondered why they were doing 15. Was it because they didn't have any subs?
I'm going to assume so, yeah. Welcome back to Darrell Bean Stadium. We are set to get the second half underway, and because the Quakers are up by 10, it will start off with a running clock for the second half. Again, if the Muskies are not able to get the lead under 10, it will be a running clock the whole second half. So both teams take the field. It looks like for the Quakers, Claudette Roskamp will have the draw control, and Carly Spitz will stay at draw control for the Fighting Muskies. So 30 minutes on the clock in the second half. Positions are set. And the first draw control of the second half will be won by the Quakers, and Claudette Roskamp is on the move. She is inside the 8. The pass to Emma Lady was not able to stick. Ball on the ground. Picked up by Pisacano. And the pass behind Becca Belcher ran down. Ball still on the ground as whistle blown. As it looks like the call will go against the Muskies. So not sure what the foul was, but it looks like a free position shot for 15, Becca Belcher, and her shot is saved by number 24, Shelby O'Donnell. So nice save from the Muskies goalkeeper. The Muskies on the move in offensive transition. Alyssa Truba not able to maintain possession of the ball as it's on the ground. And picked up by the Quakers. Remy Haggerty moving for the Quakers, approaching the 40. Ball on the ground as it is scooped up by J.C. Clifton. J.C. Clifton was all around in that first half for the Muskies. The pass over to number 2, Sarah Woods. Mackenzie Fuller approaching the 12-meter. We'll pass it back to Sarah Woods. The pass gets by Carly Spitz, but she's able to scoop it up before it goes out of bounds. Spitz trying to get by Jonette Williams, but Williams doing a great job of checking her. Ball on the ground, and there's still a fight for the possession as number 25, Yusra Menard, still not able to get full possession. Whistle blown. Possession going to the Quakers. Emma Lady able to get by Erin McDonald. Inside the 8, and she will back it back. She will back it out and reset for the Quakers, who have 70 seconds on their possession clock. Emma Lady over to Krista Kirk. Krista Kirk with 5 goals in that first half. Around the crease, she'll take the shot and get her 6th goal of the game and increase the Quaker lead to 11. Quakers now leading it 13-2. So the Quakers now leading it by 11. We're at 26:15 remaining in the second half. Roskamp and Spitz will have the draw control for their respective teams. You know, with all this snow out, still a pretty good crowd turnout for the Quakers. Draw control will be won by the Quakers. Claudette Roskamp wins another draw control. She is inside the 8, splits the double team, and her shot is in the goal, and the Quakers get 2 goals in a span of less than 20 seconds to increase their lead to 12. Up by 12, and that is Roskamp's 4th goal of the game. So back-to-back goals by the Quakers in a span of about 20-25 seconds, with 25-10 remaining in the second half. Quakers leading it by 12. Roskamp spits for the draw control. And the draw control is won by the Quakers. Maya Claggett ends up losing her stick along with the ball with it, so turnover by the Quakers. Spitz drawing the double team from Lady and Claggett, but a foul called against the Quakers. Possession staying with the Fighting Muskies. The pass up ahead to Mackenzie Fuller. Fuller now enters the 8. And a whistle blown, a foul called. It looks like the call goes against the Quakers. It looks like the call was the Quakers had too many people in their defense zone. Spits the pass over to Crisp. Crisp drops the ball. Ball on the ground. Chris is able to regain possession. The Fighting Muskies with 46 on the possession clock. At the top of the 12 is number 21, Mackenzie Fuller. The help defense from Michael Nicholson. Great slide from Remy Haggerty. Just outside the crease is Danny Chris. The cutter, Carly Spitz, and her shot is blocked by Blackburn. And the clear out for the Quakers. Great save by Blackburn. Piscicano up ahead to Emma Lady. Emma Lady right outside the 12, inside the 8-meter. Able to get by McDonald, and her shot is blocked by O'Donnell. Quakers still with possession. Krista Kirk to pass out to Piscicano. Over to Haggerty, but a turnover by the Quakers, stolen by Fuller. And Fuller loses possession, stolen by Haggerty. Haggerty inside the 8, draws the help defense, was able to get by it. Her shot is no good, sails out of bounds, and possession will stay with the Quakers. Haggerty outside the crease, trying to find Haybor, but it goes over her head. Piscicano still able to come up with possession as she's able to win that ground ball. Pass over to Roskamp. Roskamp outside the crease. The pass to Kirk as she was cutting back door. Ball on the ground. Ball on the ground, players on the ground. And a whistle blown, call going against the Quakers. Possession now with the Fighting Muskies, as it looks like the Quakers stepped inside the goal circle. Offensive players cannot step inside the goalie circle. So violation on the Quakers. As Mackenzie Fuller gets fouled by Remy Haggerty. And I can only imagine with the weather being like it is, getting hit by those sticks must hurt. Ball out of bounds off of the Quakers. Fuller over to Spitz. Spitz in the attack zone. A whistle blown and a foul called against the Quakers. So that is going to set up a free position shot for Carly Spitz and the Fighting Muskies. As Krista Kirk will be subbed out, Molly Lyon will come in. The free position shot is not good for the Muskies, but Spites is able to regain possession, and the follow-up shot is good. So the Fighting Muskies get their first goal of the second half by number 25, Carly Spitz. And the Quakers now lead it 14-3. The Muskies able to cut the lead down to 11 with just under 20 minutes remaining in this second half. So Carly Spitz gets her first goal of the game. She's back in the center for the draw control, along with number 13, Maya Nicholson, her first draw control of the second half. And the draw control won by the Quakers, Maya Claggett, over to Emma Lady. The Quakers have won a big majority of the draw controls. Roskamp takes the shot, and it gets by the goalkeeper, and the goal by the Quakers as they increase their lead back to 12. And it looks like there was a whistle right before the shot, so the goal does not count. It will be a free position shot for Claudette Roskamp instead. And her shot saved by O'Donnell as Mackenzie Fuller loses possession, stolen by the Quakers. Emma Lady outside the 12. Emma Lady inside the 8-meter. And she will pass it out to Hannah Habor. The cutter hit Remy Haggerty as she's trying to gain possession. The ball is on the ground. And the ground ball is picked up by the Quakers. Hannah Habor just outside the crease. Habor's pass to the cutting Nicholson sails behind her. And the ground ball will be ran down by Roskamp. 40 seconds on the possession clock for the Quakers. Emma Lady right behind the goal. Still with the ball. Emma Lady, the pass over to Molly Lyon. Ball on the ground just outside the goalie circle, picked up by the Fighting Muskies, and Mackenzie Fuller is now in the offensive transition for the Fighting Muskies. And a whistle blown as two players hit the deck. It looks like it went against the Fighting Muskies as Roskamp was able to draw the offensive charge. As Maya Claggett loses possession just in front of the goal circle, picked up. Ball still on the ground, excuse me. And the ball will just be saved before going out of bounds. And it is still rolling around on the ground. And it is picked up finally by number 12, Maddie Golian. So Emma Lady just behind the goal with possession. Emma Lady still with possession. The pass over to Claudette Roskamp. Roskamp around the crease. Her shot saved by O'Donnell. But Quakers still with possession as they're able to get the ball off the ground. Mae Nicholson, the pass to Haggerty. Haggerty will bring it outside the 12. Hannah Haybord draws the double team and will pass it over to Lyon. The cutting Haggerty, the pass gets behind her, and it will be still on the ground as Micah Nicholson is able to win the ground ball and now has controlled possession. Emma Lady on the attack. Her shot saved by O'Donnell. Ground ball picked up by Emma Lady. And it looks like a foul called against the Fighting Muskies, which will result in a free position shot for Emma Lady. So Emma Lady will have the free position shot, and she will back it out. And the pass inside to Roskamp, and her shot is no good. Saved by O'Donnell, the clear out for the Muskies. O'Donnell still looking for somebody to pass it to. Finally was off to Sarah Woods, but turnover, and the missed shot by Emma Lady right in front of the goal. And the possession going to the Muskies, out of bounds off of the Quakers. Emma Lady right in front of the goal, could not get the goal for the Quakers. The pass far up ahead and will be ran down by Becca Belcher, but deflected off of Carly Spitz, and she will throw it to her goalkeeper, Jordan Blackburn, and Blackburn over to Maya Claggett. And a whistle blown, and it looks like we have a timeout, I believe called by the Muskies. And so with that timeout, we're going to take a timeout. The Quakers leading it 14-3 with 13:16 remaining in the second half on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be right back in just a moment.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
But thank you.
Hey, this is Steve from Jiffy Lube. Sometimes I talk to myself, which is not necessarily a new thing, but lately I've been calling myself bro. So the other day I got out of the car and I looked down at my shoes and was like, wow, that's not what I expected. And I said to myself, you're just gonna have to own this look, bro. Yeah, I know I got issues. Don't have issues with your car though. Come on down to Jiffy Lube, get everything fixed, be on the road. Now that's a commercial, bro. Preventative maintenance. Good job.
I'm sure you
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Welcome back to Darrell Bean Stadium. 13-16 remaining in the second half. Quakers leading it 14-3. And excuse me, that last timeout was called by the Quakers, not the Muskies. So still running clock for the Quakers. Possession will be with the Quakers. As Maya Claggett will pass it up ahead to Emma Lady. Emma Lady able to get by Sarah Woods. Maya Nicholson approaching the 12. Maya Nicholson still with possession. Outside the goalie circle, she will pass it off to Molly Lyon. Molly Lyon over to Haybor. Maya Nicholson outside the crease. The spin move, but loses possession as it looks like she was about to take the shot. Haybor now with possession, drawing the quadruple team. Haybor still with possession, outside the crease. Ball on the ground. Ball still on the ground. And the possession clock runs out. So a turnover by the Quakers. O'Donnell looking for a teammate to pass it to. And her pass deflected off of Maya Claggett ends up with Carly Spitz. Spitz passes off to Woods, but the ball on the ground. And the ground ball will be picked up by Carly Spitz. Spitz outside of the 8 will pass it back to Danny Crisp. Spitz outside of the 12 meter. .26 seconds on the possession clock for the Fighting Muskies. Spitz being pushed out by Remy Haggerty. Sarah Woods trying to get by Maya Nicholson. The pass up high for Danny Crisp. Ball on the ground, scooped up by Maya Nicholson. And she will pass it up ahead to Emma Lady. Emma Lady inside the 8. And she will run behind the goalkeeper as the Quakers are more looking for the right time to attack and are using more clock this half than they were in the first half, as we are at 10 minutes remaining in the second half. Molly Lyon has possession for the Quakers, passing it over to Claudette Roskamp. Roskamp finds the cutting Emma Lady, and her shot is good. And Emma Lady increases the lead for the Quakers to 12. leading it 15-3. With 9:20 remaining in the second half. Kind of like the speaker. No, right down there. My man right there's got it in his hand. What do you call that thing again? Man, the name is. Quakers leading it by 12. Maya Nicholson and Carly Spitz. And Carly Spitz at the draw control. Quakers getting some real good crowd support as one of the students is announcing players' names with a megaphone. Couple players go down, whistle on the play, and the call going against the Quakers, so possession will go to the Fighting Muskies. Just outside the 12, number 9, Danny Crisp. And she will pass it over to Mackenzie Fuller. Danny Crisp just outside the 8, over to number 22, Alyssa Truba. Truba trying to attack Remy Haggerty, but nice defense from Haggerty. Danny Crisp over to Fuller. Fuller, the pass off to Chris. Ball's on the ground, but Chris is able to pick up the ground ball. 26 seconds remaining on the possession clock. Her shot is saved by Jordan Blackburn. And the clear out for the Quakers. Blackburn with a deep pass to Serena Pisacano. Pisacano now just outside of the 12-meter. So Quakers using more clock this half as Pisacano right behind the goal. Finds the cutting Claudette Roskamp, who shoots it over the pike, and it will go. Actually, it was picked up by Molly Lyon before it went out of bounds. Claudette Roskamp gets the goal for the Quakers. And the lead now up to 13. What happens if she gets one more? 100 career? Damn, she only a sophomore. I'll tell you later. So that goal by Claudette Roskamp increases the Quaker lead to 13 with under 6 minutes remaining. I was just told that if Claudette Roskamp gets one more goal, she will be at 100 career goals, and she is only a sophomore. Let's see. She has. Right now, I think she's got 5. She came in with 11, so 16. She's at 99. So that's 83. The Fighting Muskies on the move. Danny Crisp inside the 8. So, yeah, Roskamp 1 goal away from 100 career goals. She had 83 goals as a freshman, which is unbelievable. She finished top 10 in NCAA for goals scored in the season. Sarah Woods outside of the 12 for the Fighting Muskies. We are under 5 minutes remaining in this second half. Ball will sail out of bounds. Turnover by the Fighting Muskies, and Quakers now with possession. And the pass intercepted by Danny Crisp. Turnover by the Quakers. Crisp right outside the crease. A whistle blown as it looks like not sure what the whistle call is, but the coach for the Muskies, Graff, does not agree with it. So not sure what that whistle was all about. Possession is staying with the Fighting Muskies. Danny Crisp has possession. And the pass to Woods taken away by Blackburn. The pass to Pisacano. Pisacano still with the ball. Just outside behind the goal circle. And the goal scored by number 13, Maya Nicholson. So Maya Nicholson increases the Quaker lead to 14 with under 3 minutes remaining in this second half. Maya Nicholson off of the assist from Pisacano. Maya Nicholson and Carly Spitz will have the draw control. The draw control will be won by the Fighting Muskies. Carly Spitz comes away with the possession. Carly Spitz draws the double team from Haggerty and Pisacano. Inside the attack zone, Danny Crisp with the spin move on Roskamp. Her shot. And before the shot, we have a foul called against the Quakers. Or maybe not have been a foul. It may have been too many players on the defensive zone for the Quakers. So Truba will have it outside the crease. We are at 1:05 remaining in this second half, and actually it was a foul, so free position shot for Truba. And Truba will run it out and pass it back to Spitz. As we are at 45 seconds remaining. The save from Blackburn. The pass up ahead to Pisacano. Pisacano outside of the 12. We'll see if they try to get Roskamp that 100th career goal. She has the ball in the attack zone. And a whistle blown on the play. And that's going to set up a free position shot for Claudette Roskamp. She has a chance to get her 100th career goal. And the shot is good! And Claudette Roskamp gets her 100th career goal as a Quaker, and her team celebrates with her with 3 seconds remaining as the clock runs out. Claudette Roskamp, again, just an amazing accomplishment to get your 100th career goal in your 3rd game as a sophomore. That is very unbelievable, and congratulations to her. That ends the game. Quakers win the game 18-3. And so that improves their record to 2-1. Muskingum falls to 1-2. Again, we will be back here on Tuesday night when the Quakers take on Trine, and we hope to see you all here. That's going to do it for us. I'm Gerardo Byrne, bringing you today's game between the Quakers and the Fighting Muskies. Again, hope to see you all back here Tuesday night when they take on Trine. It was a pleasure bringing you today's game. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday, and we will see you all back here Tuesday night.